All right, guys. So I just want to say a few words about the shooting that happened in Denver. Mathew Dolloff, I believe his name was, the Pinkerton dude who shot the Patriot dude. Yeah, I'm gonna call the guy the Patriot dude. Um, all right. So here's my opinion on this whole entire matter with BLM and Antifa and all these other groups. First of all, I don't get why all these other races that are not black are more fired up against white people than the blacks are in a lot of cases. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that. You are white, you're not black. All right, I don't know what the deal is with that. All right, so as far as the whole BLM thing, I've been on record as saying if black people did this whole BLM movement where the person who got shot up or killed or was kneed on was some outstanding citizen of society, you know, a person who doesn't have a criminal history that is violent, sexual assaults, attempted murder of a mother and a child. All these cases where of police brutality were of, black men and women who were good citizens of society. I might be one of those people who would just, say, yeah, I support your cause. I might be one of those people who would say I would support your cause. Okay, so this whole entire cause, if it was renamed something else like "fuck the police" or "fuck the police," I would be like, yeah, all right. I guess I could go on board with that because I haven't had too many good interactions with the police, particularly when I was poor and when I was driving a crappy car. I got a ton more tickets. I got pulled over a ton more. All right. I've had instances with the cops where got into accident in the city and police were all around, but it took 2 hours for some douchebag to show up. And then this douchebag wants to have a conversation, wants to tell me that my car has an issue with the plates versus just taking down the whole accident report. All right. I've had times where I've gone off on police, on the police with giving me tickets, being a bunch of assholes, etc., etc. So I understand why people hate the cops. I understand why people can't stand the cops. I understand why people consider the cops to be a gang of their own, because if you guys ever show up at a police precinct, you guys get the 3rd degree. I walked up to a police station before I got the 3rd degree. There's always some kind of steroid up attitude, like where are you from, so they can figure out whether you're the right police station or not, for the stupidest crap. All right, I can understand why people don't like the cops, because I don't like the cops all that much. They're assholes. But I can also logically say they're assholes for a reason. All right, I can actually be fair about the situation and say, you know what, a lot of them do have tough jobs. A lot of them do see things that you don't see. A lot of them probably are the way they are for a reason. All right, I'm going to be fair about this. I'm going to be fair about this. If I was a cop, I might have a bit of an attitude issue, just because you need to give, you know, appear to have an air of authority when it comes to certain situations. These days, I try to stay away from anything that has to do with cops, the courts, you know, lawyers, lawsuits, hospitals, etc., etc. Those things not only waste your time, but they waste your money. You get it's a no-win situation with a lot of that stuff. I try to stay away with that as much as possible. All right, so I don't have too many interactions with cops unless I get into a situation where I need one, and there are situations where you need cops. All right. That being said, all these dudes that all these BLM protesters are protesting for, George Floyd, you know, that dude, the jogger who got shot up because he was trying to steal something, but they say he was jogging, but he was jogging in boots. You know, the dude who had a record for sexual assaults and was going to assault this lady, but instead got shot up by the cops, and he ain't gonna be using a certain appendage anymore. But if I had the choice between that group of people and the cops, I'm gonna choose the cops every time. All right, if those are the people who you are lifting up as you know, martyrs for your cause versus the cops, I'm gonna choose the cops every time. You guys just choose really, really, really awful people for your protests. You choose very and I know there's a reason for that, because the good people, the good black people, don't actually, for the most part, get into those kinds of situations. Now, I'm sure there are exceptions to the case, but there are exceptions for the case for everybody. I've seen cops abuse white people, cases where they abuse white people, the system abuse Asian people, Latino people. It's just awful. But don't ask me to support your cause when your cause is to protest for a bunch of dudes who are who have been incriminated for sexually assaulting people, who have been incriminated for attempted murders. I am never, ever gonna take your side on that. And I don't know why you guys would do that. I don't know why you guys would protest for that. Are you guys that effing stupid? Are you non-black folks that effing stupid? Are white people just a bunch of fucking retards in this day and age? All right, kneeling for what? George Floyd? You guys are a bunch of retards. All right, there are more words that I can put out there, but YouTube would censor me for that. For whatever reason, they would censor me for that. All right, you guys are absolutely pathetic. An absolutely pathetic group of people. I do not support the whole BLM movement for what it is. For what it is, I don't support it. All right, and I think anybody who goes on these protests are a bunch of simp idiots. They are a bunch of simp idiots. Antifa, a bunch of simp idiots. A bunch of weak people. All right. Every time when that whole thing happened, when all these riots started, and I flip people off. I flip all these protesters off. I've driven by and flipped them off, because I'm like, who are you supporting? Think about who you are supporting. Do better, guys. Just do better. All right. I know I got off topic, I know I got off topic because it was originally on that shooter in Denver, but I don't get where his mind is at when he goes and takes the stance that he takes. On top of that, I noticed that a lot of these Antifa, Black BLM people, they start stuff. I mean, they instigate situations, all right? They instigate situations, all right? Like they don't know the levity of the situation. They think they could knock you out, violence and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a liberal. I'm apolitical when it comes to that stuff, all right? I think of myself as a pragmatic person, and thinking about this on a pragmatic level, all you BLM and Antifa people are a bunch of retards, okay? Pick a better fight. Pick a better fight, guys. All right? Pick a better fight.